Island in that game there.
Yeah, I think smooya as well is a big talking point. Where if you want some numbers, which are crazy given that game for smooya, he actually went positive against every single player of Astralis except for blameF, where he went 0-6. Right, we saw him often getting smoke spammed out of rounds in retakes and post plants, even at the top of banana. Like, he's going to have to step up here on the AWP on a very difficult map to work that T side orb. Luckily, fnatic have the CT beginning with this being Astralis' pick, but with a map like that going the way of Astralis, they are more than ready to close it out in 2. Let's see if they can do it. mezii already warmed up into the pistol round, will get aggressive with smooya. The lateral, which is dinked and does at least take one with him. You can't really ask for more in that position, but Brolin, who was doing this all game the other day, is getting aggressive in connector. He will get cleared out. Blame was holding for that exact eventuality. And now suddenly we get thrown into the unknown. This was, that was shades of the big game where fnatic got a 13-round CT side, if you remember, eliminating big. Back in the play-in. Astralis have done their research, they're ready for this kind of aggression. Now they're the ones bringing the punches towards that A site.
And fnatic have just peeled away. Kind of curious as to why, really. KRIMZ had pushed all the way through Monster. You know, he said, as far as I'm concerned, it's not the B play. He also flanked Monster from Con. That was how he got there in the first place. So, a decision to go back down for Alex. Left this A site open, and now with the swing, it's clean on the first tap. Blame on the receiving end. fnatic might have taken time getting set up, but it's not out of the realm of possibility yet. Just Config now left to beat. Toe-to-toe versus KRIMZ, two legends in their own rights. First few shots missing, gonna leave KRIMZ high and dry without the time to win this round. He's left running away, looking for this exit, and Config's there to close.
What a beast, man. He was the top performer last map as well for Astralis, right? Coming in on often apps lurks, getting picks on pit drops. Config had a lot of impact in that previous T side as well.
This is actually super cool though, like, because you know we kind of have two players in the server at least who have really made history in some way or another on this map, right? You have KRIMZ, obviously, who was a part of the famous Overpass incident, right? And then on top of that, Config, who broke his kill record here. Yeah. So you know,
you couldn't go a game of Overpass without slipping that one in. I know that. But absolutely. And hey, it's funny actually, you mentioned that Overpass, that kill record. KRIMZ has the LAN kill record, which is like 44 or 45 or something. So yeah, pretty insane stuff. That was at Pro League Finals. Config's was in a DreamHack final. KRIMZ, aforementioned, gonna grab that frag to zip on short. Nice kill to see, because it was him having trouble in doing that exact role on the T side against FaZe when fnatic got kind of wrecked on this map the other day, just yesterday in fact. So he will be able to stop the lurk and force Astralis into this A play. What that does for fnatic is allow rotations. Alex has pushed Monster as well, and unless Astralis come down door to B, which is very difficult to do in the late round, they are going to be walking into the stack. It's a very nice setup right now for fnatic. With 2 scouts, they're going to have early warning on this A hit. Brolin wanted to go a long way. No, he won't get it. I was going to say he was able to escape. Lucky hits a lights-out shot with the Mac. And now Astralis go into the stack.
I think he dinked him there, like through the lip of the wall. That's a lot of damage for one Deeg shot. Here's the pace starting to pick up for Astralis. Moving up the short side now.
Oh dear.
Scouts in the site start to drop down, start to get out, and smooya will re-peek from the dumpster side. Is he going to go back in for more? Yes, he will. And oh, yes, there it is. Only Config, and with very little time left, Alex is going to get revenge for the last round. There's fnatic with the response, with the reply. And smooya, even though he's often punished on re-peeking angles like that, this time he gets away with absolute murder, doesn't he? A double kill and a tag from the scout set fnatic to close that one.
That's a perfect round to be re-peeking, right? He has not only mezii also scouting dumpster, but he's got KRIMZ tucked in the corner. And there's just no time for Astralis. If they get the kill, it just pushes them into the stack. Nice round from fnatic, a lot of it off of the aggression and off of KRIMZ getting that short kill. So Astralis back to basics. B side, pistols out. And they're going to try and test this monster setup early in the map. Rolling with an AUG. Grabs the scoped rifle, does Brolin. Krieg and AUG King. Right now in hot water. Stinky sewer. As Astralis are about to cross monster side. Re-smoke, he spots that it's clear right before it blooms. And Astralis, they're just trying to figure out if Blame can get a kill here or keep players on top. That's lovely, but right now fnatic have read this again and have stacked 4B as the push comes in.
Yeah, it's nice initially, and Brolin even pincering them from short. Everywhere you tried to turn to seek your fortune, you ended up having it all taken away. Got this one kill onto KRIMZ, but that's the extent of it, and the round should never really get too scary past that fact. Alex up here, this position often good for one, but he's going to go ahead and take the whole thing, the whole cake with him. 2 on the board for fnatic. The conversion pulls up and comes through, and now just pistols on the Astralis side. Not crazy uncommon to see them take these rounds pretty slowly. Right, in the bare minimum, burning utility out from fnatic.
Yeah, now Felico. And fnatic should deliver a bit of a wallop to Astralis on Glocks. Avert your eyes. Smooya's hearing connector running, and even the mid-pop is... Oh, the double nade does it. Him and Brolin dunk config and zip and even put Blame on 3. This was always going to be one-sided, but that will at least assure it with the bomb now out middle. Clean as you like. Blame is a little late, but they're not going to feed you, bud. Sorry to break it to you.
I mean, hell, he's got a minute to kill. But kill or be killed, as the old saying goes, and it will be the latter for old mate blameF there. Now we're going to get this investment out of the Astralis squad, and it will be lacking that AWP. 5 rifles out of the gate. smooya also not bringing his into the fray. Not yet, but it will be available in these coming rounds, so that's something to keep an eye on. You know, I think a lot of us were maybe hoping that smooya could assert a bit of dominance over this game. You know, we've kind of seen Lucky have swings and have misses. I really don't think he's like this huge problem piece that he's made out to be. But over in mid, smooya, that's a lot of damage on these peaks over in middle. Set them up to close the life of config with a nade.
This is going to be scary.
All right. Waiting for the smoke fade.
Oh, you can't even see him. You're staring right at him.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Delayed reactions. Alex the T-Rex. Zip wasn't moving to his defense, so how was he meant to know?
Dear. Well, fnatic claw their way out of the B side. Comes up, connect with a flash from Alex, and that's a beautiful kill to put this in a 4-on-2, still with low config. Blame in lower, chasing down Brolin. Oh, dinked as well. 6 health between 2 players. You would not be hard-pressed to call a save here. It might be the only play for Astralis in this round. Still 2 HE grenades and a Molotov. Not that Astralis know that, but even if Astralis want to go for this, they're going to start very slow, and if no kills come to them, then it's a given-up round. Blame is holding where config essentially is, but they're trying to clear aggressive mid. And yeah, fnatic just taking your hands off the keyboard wins you this round. But even though this is a 4-1 lead, Harry, it started strong. CT overpasses, they can build very quickly. They can be hard to break through. After last map, I will not question the longevity of Astralis in this series. I will not question whether they can come back, because we already have seen it today. fnatic know that as well. They can't afford to drop the ball at any point. Yeah.
I mean, you know, as kind of a weird a statement as it is, fnatic always look a lot cleaner when they're the team completing a comeback. You know, I think they kind of suffer with this problem of closing out games. The thing that they're so good at disrupting their opponents with, right? We all remember that big series. We all saw it happen. We saw the kind of leads that Big were able to field, and it was never enough to get fnatic down and out. It's not so much the threat that the opponents pose to them. It's like a mind prison of their own making on the side of fnatic. But they're at least after this good start. The good times are rolling in right now, so we'll roll with it and assume that's not set to change anytime soon. It's another one of these ecos around those saved guns. You might actually throw some money into this one just to try and get everyone back on the same page economically. I guess, you know, if you're looking for silver linings, it's that loss bonus is starting to approach max now. But yeah, they will throw money into it. Full buy around the saved AKs. And smooya also bringing the AWP into play.
Oh, missed jump, but it doesn't matter anyway. No one's run mid. Can cross the playground. Astralis coming up, connected, team nading. They'll make their way through the corridors. Alex is again ready to aggress on the B short side. It's been a consistency. Him and KRIMZ have been getting these early kills to Zip, and once you do, a lot of the map freed up. Right now, Zip does have those comp players there to help. Will they go back and support his cover from KRIMZ? And he drops config. Alex dies to a tech, and KRIMZ has to double back. This is now scary on a low economy round as Astralis have picked up more guns.
Oh, yeah, this has gotten very, very threatening very, very quickly. You weren't really, fnatic, you weren't really expecting much to happen here. You know, I thought Alex was the T-Rex after last round. Turns out it's Zip. He's the expert in small arms. Bests him in that head-to-head. And now we have a 4-on-3 that Astralis can just sit back and ease themselves into, right? They know that it's fnatic feeling the pressure right now.
Look at the info play. It's a fake out. They're walking through B with a full set of utility. All their nades on these two players. And oh my goodness, they could fake completely in this round. They're out. blame's been spotted. KRIMZ needs a kill. He gets it and lives. That's so impactful. blame's going to have to now leave, but still fnatic think it's a B round. Oh dear. They almost spot blameF coming back. If they killed him there, they would know. And now they should. Molly on top. blameF also execing B. fnatic won't know where it's ending until the bomb plant comes in, and now it does. Doubling back up short side, KRIMZ will kill Lucky, and they know there's only one more man in this site for the time being. fnatic tried to close the door while they know blame's here.
Yeah, blameF's got to buy time. At a bare minimum, blameF is so far removed.
Didn't clear it.
With them not clearing the toilets, that could be their undoing. The wrap now in, and mezii shot in the back. blameF getting set up over at long. This could be another one of these man disadvantage rounds going the way of Astralis. If fnatic aren't careful, oh, it could be a repeat of Inferno. And how these rounds often went. Bomb not planted for long. blameF's got to swing in. He's got to go for it, and just too far away. Sticking the defuse, enough for KRIMZ. And he even closes it with the kill as well.
Ace for KRIMZ.
Collective sigh of relief as KRIMZ delivers the goods.
All 5 on the retake coming up from CT. That is just an unbelievable round. I don't know how it happens, but it's the plant that bites Astralis back. They didn't have that short info, right? That's why it was a CT plant. And Lucky tried to take bank in the mid round, but he got denied by KRIMZ coming up the stairs from CT. He was the warning that that plant was coming in on upper. I like the attempt for Astralis to fake it out, but it is ultimately the plant that is the problem. What a total disaster. And what a time to step up for KRIMZ. (5-1). But that was a low econ round for Astralis, right? That was one they had no business winning anyway, so they give it a damn good go. Now back to 4 rifles. smooya's still AWPing. 4B off the get-go. Zip a lot more passive this time in the smoke. You see smooya goes both ways, and Zip knows he's been spotted. He flashes his way out. smooya blind shot, and he leaves. Whoa, that's some re-aggression.
Mate, Brolin had to win that as well.
Solo.
He was solo this whole time. Rotations have started to come up after he makes contact over towards the toilets, and with Lucky bested at long. While this was looking to build into what you imagine was the A play, they might just now go and rejoin Zip down here in Monster. The flash is good, and KRIMZ is going to collect his free kill. Glaive and blameF. Another one of these 2vx's, this time a 2v5, should be far harder. Glaive now with the swing and brought down low, wishful thinking, and spots the toilet player, but mezii's gonna have a little tear there, 2 in the round, and Put 6 on the board for fnatic.
Oh, Glaive knew what was going on. He had the read on the close player, but just too much pressure from Bolin on Truck and too little cover to take that fight. It's going to come through for fnatic with 5 alive. Very important round. They are building and building in this CT side, but at what point do we get reassured? At what point do we feel like fnatic are in a comfortable position? 8-1 apparently wasn't enough. And so with bated breath, another eco for Astralis. Blame rather, has bought up a hero AK, spent all his money in this round. So results have to be found. Orb shot misses for smooya. They're getting closer. Lots of pistols running him down. And a nice escape for smooya. If he can get away with it, they're very hot to trot behind him. But considering some of the repeats we've been seeing from smooya in this game, not even necessarily with the AWP. I mean, we only had 3 AWP kills last map.
Man, Zip's done it again over here at short.
Oh dear, Config's out. Config is out.
Angle cleared, yeah, Roland 1 step ahead. smooya flicking back. You've like to think you've dodged the danger of this round. blameF still standing though, and this guy's anything. It's tanky, taking himself a bit of space in towards A. Can't convert the follow-up. Roland looking clean to open again, right? He kind of had a phenomenal start for fnatic back on Inferno. That then he was never the problem. I'm not ever trying to suggest that. It was more Brolin would get openers and the round would still elude fnatic, right? And that's kind of devastating. It's good to see that that hasn't got him down in the dumps and he's still able to deliver. Moving on to this second map, it's going to be needed.
Yeah, out of the 3 2v4s, 2 of them were on A, and that was they were both after Brolin got picks, like 1 or 2 picks in Banana, and Astralis would go back and win it on the other site. So, yeah, definitely going to lean them away from playing into this A site for now, as Brolin is tearing them through. But it was him and KRIMZ, right? It was the experienced Swedes that actually showed up more than anyone else in that last map. Or fnatic. 7-1 though. smooya's AWPing mid this time. He's seen that. It's an aggressive B hold for Astralis, taking water very early. That has been allowed to fnatic to challenge in the late round. mezii moving aggressively so with a flashbang. They're blind, but he can't swing out fully. Doesn't know if they're still in that corner that the molly just faded in. Astralis want to poke their heads into B. Alex just crossing into the site, a very dangerous reposition. He gets away with it. Meanwhile, smooya holding connected. Up they come. 1 shot and he goes out.
Oh, this is kind of nice though, because Brolin's deep at long, and Lucky had been holding mid, had been waiting on this angle. Well, he's had to leave it now. He's had to go and regroup with his teammates on the short side. The check, they do spot Brolin's wrap, and down in the B site, Config's causing chaos. Gets a little opener there. The bomb is outside of Monster, and so KRIMZ aggroing here. He doesn't know it, but taking this position away is throwing Astralis through a bit of a loop.
Just won the round.
They can't really win this anymore, yeah. They're just so far removed from the bomb. They're hoping kills come in, and it's not to be found. Lucky left scratching his head as he's up from the short side. Where are they? And there's that swing from mezii to close.
It's a super mad TS right now, and fnatic have got to be feeling a little bit positive, although with, again, bated breath. And yeah, some aggression from KRIMZ is netting a lot of effect. Alex regularly gets caught out repositioning in B. That's why I was so worried when he crossed out of jail. He did eventually die doing the same thing, but it's not the easiest thing to exploit for Astralis. They're losing a lot of men, even taking to B control, even trying to pop into short in some of these rounds. If it's not Zip getting the opener, it is KRIMZ coming out on top.
It was at this exact scoreline back on Inferno where Astralis were able to dig deep and turn it all around, right? Go on to 7-8.5. Will history repeat itself moving into this little force buy? Or is this going to be far cleaner, far different beast from fnatic?
Yeah, they do this a lot on CT Overpass, don't they? They went 13-2 against Big, as I said earlier. But let's see if a faster round maybe has more merit for Astralis. Again, leading B, they have to respect the Molotov. Smokes are ready. They're going to smoke it late. Out they pop. Blinded is Alex. He still gets a kill. And out of ammo. Traded to Config. Up to KRIMZ now. He has been a rock. He has been a pillar on this B bomb site. But Astralis bail out. You don't see this every day. They know they've gotten a lot of grenades and a lot of attention for fnatic. In fact, 4 players are B if you count smooya in heaven. So this is a nice late recommit for Astralis. They have the nades to do it as well. Roland's also in a precarious position as a flash ends his life with nothing, and mezii now needs to anchor down.
Oh, that's better. mezii tipping the scales back in favor of fnatic. Flashes, leaving blind. Oh man, it's so punishing in Monster. Every one of these kills responded on with a flash the other way and a swing on the back of it. But with config so low, timings have got to be found. Oh man, smooya will lock it in, will hold the line. And it's a damn good thing too. Out of all the rounds, for him to not miss in that one is so important. Imagine the kind of confidence boost that gives you if config wins a 1v2 at 7 HP.
Or if smooya misses that shot, like, didn't get cleared. If I don't need to talk about it. It didn't happen, but with the game he's been having, like I said, 3 ult kills off map. He's already won up that so far here on Overpass. Obviously a lot harder to get your T-side up going on Inferno, as Astralis never wants to face it mid. Banana control was always met with bottom B smokes and mollies. But yeah, better showing out of smooya. Still a very good eco for Astralis. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. Back to mid. smooya, molly to his side. He waits for flame and he bites it back. Out he goes. A lot more clear cut on a map like Overpass when you have these fallback routines and you have these protocols where you can get a pick, lean back to the site. Yeah, so many options.
I think he's also just less frustrated, so he's more willing to do them, right? smooya is very much someone who, when he kind of starts to feel like he's not hitting it, he does just out of frustration be like, I want to get as many as I can from every fight I take.
Saw that in the big game.
Yeah, right. And even kind of a very similar round where he's re-peaking long on Inferno versus Astralis in I think what was ended up being, a lost man-up round for fnatic.
One of the many.
But now that he's not feeling that pressure anymore, now that things have been a lot more decisive, there is trust across the unit for fnatic. smooya able to pick his battles. That's a nice shot to Lucky. We saw him flicking back left and right, so he had to adjust for that one on the fly. And still wanting to take even more. smooya, a third, the hat trick in the round. Thus far, the only thing they faced is this AWP. And he's even spotted the last man, glaive, moving on in and should just get cut down with the re-swing from mezii at truck. It's double digits for fnatic.
Yeah, nice to see mezii on this A site. He's always beasting here as well. Good round from smooya with 3. mezii's more moved into that rotate role in the CT side here on fnatic. Not always what he's been on, but hey, if mezii's getting involved in the action, if he's going to the more pop-in site, I'm all for that. Everything is looking better for fnatic right now. And, Astralis, they want to pull this comeback. They've got to start it now. You can't be relying on a 2-round half, a 1-round half. You've got to get a little bit of breathing room for when things eventually do go wrong. smooya, again, hearing steps down and lower. Just that early info, every little bit, so you can figure out what and where Astralis are. This time it's config taking water. But the only guy on double digits here for Astralis, but he's not got the gun for it. Off, smoke in. And Alex moving up. Do they have this molly? They're going to boost. Oh, Alex turns from the flash. Config blind as well. Alex doesn't know where he got shot from, so he will escape. That was scary for a second. Stop boosting now. Config's ready. And again, just the unknown outside B right now. Fnatic don't have as much info as they would have liked, as they maybe would have had in previous rounds. And so Astralis have the element of surprise in this one. Only smooya playing A. fnatic leaning 4B. They hear the MAC-10 rare off, and they spot it.
Oh, but on the back of only seeing one man, they actually send a couple of gamble rotates towards A, and mezii plays heaven. It is the B pop, and it's coming at you fast. Only one from the first man in the site. Alex tries to thread the needle, but also gets traded after his first. glaive, the Bomb on his back, needs to make it into the site, needs to get in there alive. Missed shot for smooya, but gonna have more opportunities before all is said and done. It's only Brolin left standing versus glaive, someone who's had a bit of a rough start here for Astralis. He's in with a very good chance, creeping around this smoke at the bridge. Now glaive knows, and on that swing he's gonna convert the clutch. A second found for Astralis. You said they had to start to get rounds on the board here and now, and they deliver.
Yeah, glaive says, thanks for the smoke, but I'll just go and stick it. Knew exactly what Brolin's best play was there, to just walk around the bridge side and get him. But Brolin used all his ammo. 4 bullets left on the last peak, couldn't hit the headshot. And it's a nice try for fnatic. It's still a scary round. Astralis finally get a B pop working, right? Moving away from the monster side. I love how KRIMZ just runs past 2 short players to kill the guaranteed blinded zip, but yeah, it could have been a multi-kill otherwise. Ooh, Lucky's out. Brolin has to flick, and it's a mess. He does win it out with the spam. smooya's now started B with the AWP. Bit of a change-up. fnatic know they've had a lot of fights in this area. They've just not been able to pick Astralis in recent rounds. Alex can swing if smooya dies. But Mac 10 v AWP should be a simple clicking. Astralis retake long in the meantime. They still don't know that smooya's here. They find out now. He's going to get out. He's already starting to move out of position.
That might tempt you to pick up the pace, though, right? As you say, now they know this AWP is down towards the lower site. Ah, blame. He'd already decided that corner was clear before he gets to it. Now they learn about Brolin. Is that going to make him any easier to deal with? smooya, good timing on this rotate back up. And even while Zip catches players unawares, they still don't know where Brolin is as he tries to go back to clear him. That's where smooya swings it wide from in the site. Good awareness as to what's exposed, what's open, and ultimately, you know, saves Brolin's life, most likely. Last thing you want to do when you're up against Zip in those 1vx moments is give him a reason to believe. Feels like you just get 110% more out of Zip when he's all alone. So, good stuff to deny any chance at that clutch.
Yeah, you can just see the effect that it has when your CT AWP is playing a lot better, and that much is the case right now for smooya. KRIMZ winning his fights out on B, mezii rotating to all the action. Brolin has not dropped around on the A site either. There's just a lot of good things going on for fnatic at the moment, and Astralis just can't seem to find solutions. Their one round since the pistol, which they couldn't convert, was that B short pop. Let's see if they go back to it. Low money, 1 AK. But not many heroes here on the scoreboard other than config for days. Molly in middle. Astralis falls to smoke, and smooya climbs up to the playground, or to the party rather. Spots config and drops the point man, but can he get out? Oh no, losing his AWP in the smoke. That's a huge bounty for Astralis. They're going to pick it up. Is that a one-way for Brolin? It looked like a lineup. He goes up and over.
Okay. Okay, Brolin. Are they going to deliver anything in middle? They do want to come around. First man in. Learns about the one way, the hard way, as Brolin doubles up in middle. And that AWP still yet to get retrieved. Lucky's been dispatched to try and get his hands on it, but he's not going to elect to go grab it. Instead wants to do good while they've got this timing. You know that Brolin is often that second man leaning over towards A. The rotations have already been committed from fnatic. This is all because KRIMZ with a big backstab pushed all the way through Monster, all the way through Spawn, and is now right behind Astralis. Pole position, right where they want him to be. And there he is with the closer, 12-2. Oh, lordy.
It's the AWP denial that round. Every bit of fnatic are focused on just stopping Astralis from either saving or getting that AWP into the play on A. And I like how even now we're seeing switch-ups for fnatic. They don't want to stay one-dimensional. They finally put a player in connector for the first round, all half, at round number 14. smooya hasn't really had spawns to take deep mid picks. He does again in this one, though. We'll see if he commits. He's often just set up by Con and listened to footsteps, tried to play the info game, but now fnatic feeling it. They can let loose a little bit, put the AWP down under. Blinded. Oh, he can't leave as well. They're coming out from mid behind him. His back is open right now. He's just playing with fire, and no one's there. This is dangerous, but it's also the last thing they expect. smooya, the quick shot, just about leaps out, and now he's going for the no-scope, trying to go 2 for 1. Oh dear, it's a missed shot. Oh, it's a close shot, and Lucky does trade. There's an AWP for him if he wants to work with it. 4 on 4. Roland re-aggresses, don't know how he gets away with that. And fnatic, nothing's going wrong.
Yeah, Brolin's having one of those games where it's like no matter what he does, he's making it work. Now playing over the top of the smoke, and he's knocked out. That's the A site opened up. This fight at short could look to win the round, right? If you deal with this, oh, you're set up so nicely, so comfortably in the 3-on-1. Mezii's been pushed and pulled between either bomb site, but he will get to heaven just in the nick of time. There's the first. Smoke goes in, and mezii won't elect to go through, instead dumping all this util. Is he going to try? Oh, yeah, flash goes out. He peeks with it, and Lucky's there to lock it in. 3 rounds are all Astralis are able to muster. fnatic lead the way dominantly, and now moving in to this second half. Astralis, if you thought the first comeback was huge, they've got to do it all over again.
Is that a likelihood here? 12-3 for Astralis. Only Config has been exec'd right now, and everyone else is going cold when it matters most. Elimination here on the line, but fnatic looking to take us to Ancient to close the series, and a pistol round could well and truly solidify that fact.
Damn. KRIMZ with the movement tag. Surfs the whole damn way into Monster.
Okay.
Surfs up, dude. Here we go. And they come. My goodness, Blame. Still back turned. Zip on the pillar. Oh, dancing around. Dancing in with a double, but will get dropped. Config still here fighting, and the second man pretty far removed. Has to come in through the short side. It's smooya spotting heaven. Oh, ugly, ugly as he tries to tap out Lucky. Config still here, still that initial threat is a problem, and they haven't been able to deal with him yet. 1v2 and they swing it together.
Yeah.
Alex and smooya lock in the pistol round with 3 kills between them, and just like that, fnatic now soaring on a high, looking to move into that third map.
Yeah, you think there's nothing that could stop them at this point, right? Astralis have got very cold in this game for some reason, right? And they had an incredible comeback, some really nice disadvantage rounds won in Inferno. Almost every single one of their T rounds was exactly that as well. But when they're ready on their pick to shut down the series, fnatic have picked themselves up quick. Might have to head to the big green, that being Ancient, of course. But as much as Astralis didn't convert their pistol win in this map, maybe fnatic will have trouble too. It's a pretty decent buy for the Danes. A UMP, a scout, and some nades.
Yeah, they never spotted KRIMZ get here. And so if Astralis try to kind of force the issue by taking short control, they're going to be at the full mercy of that MAC-10. Luckily enough, they're not tempted in yet, but they certainly could be at any point in time. Toilet's getting taken by fnatic, now turning their attention down towards Connector, leaving themselves paths for this rotate of the bomb if need be. Can always go and rejoin KRIMZ if you don't like what you see in at this A side of the map. blameF feels like a play has to be made, and he's going to catch them lining up nades, but what a response! Mezii's blinded, jumping, and he finds the 4-on-4. KRIMZ backstab, and he sees them both leaving the B site. He's opened up a route for fnatic. Nades at CT, but a 3-on-3, and KRIMZ doesn't want to overextend, doesn't want to overplay his hand, especially not with mezii so low. This short fight matters a hell of a lot, and mezii's able to win that out. 3 in the round for mezii thus far, and it all started with a blind jumping Mac 10.
Lucky's given everything. He dropped his nades, his guns. He's finally been given a deagle, but it's not going to get them back in the round. And it's that little luck that could for KRIMZ. Like you said, not spotted in the cubby, and here's those feet pitter-patter across the wood. That was all the info for fnatic to back up, especially as they got lined up here by Blame. Really expected a double there, but mezii jump shots him.
I think everyone did. I don't even think mezii knew how he survived that.
You take it, just click mouse 1, and maybe you'll get lucky.
That would move him forward. Don't forget who you're talking about.
I forgot about that. That's a terrifying config.
Click left click or whatever it is. Right control, maybe.
He has C for crouch. He has W to walk, or is it space to walk? One of them. Right click is W, which is move forward.
Yeah.
It's actually disgusting. How does he even like smooth move in this game? I don't know. Like, does he, every time he plays any game, he rebinds everything to just this awful combination. But what do I know? It works for him. smooya, he hears ecos and he answers the call. Hello? 2 quick picks into B, and Astralis locked out on this eco. I respect that Astralis went for an eco round here. They wanted to run a buy on the CT side, and this was the only way to do that. blame's going to get a deed shot, and he runs away. Lucky, if you want the gun, you can go get it, bud. I ain't touching it.
Yeah, good lucky. Go on, there we are, getting out.
Yay, I get to play Galil in my first and probably only gun round, yay.
Yeah, it's not, you know, it's not the resounding good news you were hoping for.
And blame's back for more, he wants an AK now. That was into the tunnel.
Okay.
I'm very confused.
Yeah, conflict just full spammed them.
Again. He did the damage to kill KRIMZ at least, but yeah, I mean, none of this really matters. The Glil doesn't get saved, and if anything, that's a blessing in disguise for Astralis. Lucky at 5450, it's made for the AWP Kevlar. But fnatic are made for Ancient.
Well, smooya and config having some banter. That's the typing we can hear right now.
Yeah, it's only reasonable comments.
A lot of respect between these two in the server, it's safe to say.
Definitely.
Now down into connector. fnatic, they know that they're just 5 kills away from taking us to Ancient, from making this a 3-map series after all. And from the lows of Inferno to the highs of Overpass.
More like Overfast.
Blame holding middle, waiting for a swing, waiting for someone to tiptoe into his crosshair, and that was always destined to be a freebie. Can't find the follow-up. There's the trade. smooya the man to get it. You've seen 2 in middle, but you don't know the full extent, just how much real estate fnatic have taken. It might be a bit deceptive. They're already up through con. Oh, I say that you don't know if you're Astralis. They've just taken short water control, and so now that penny might start to drop for the Astralis squad. Well, it was being helped by KRIMZ. That's clean. Now we have this 3-on-4 slowly shambling up the short side for fnatic.
They might have to take CT because they know their flank is open, and already Glaive is activating on it. Config, blinded, Molly, you name it, they got it, but he takes long right back. This is a mess. This is a disaster, and Bronwyn has got to pick up the pieces. He can't. Put in a box, and Astralis, 4 rounds. No, hold that off. 1 more round. I know it seems like this is a done deal, and maybe that is inevitable, but Astralis hold on against the odds.
Who believes more, Astralis or the sound guy? We'll find out. That's 1 on their way to a comeback. A huge one that they would have to embark upon, and I don't even really think it's worth considering till they really put some serious roundage on the board.
We've seen nothing.
Look at this investment. fnatic just kind of brimming with confidence. They've gone, all right, smooya, buy whatever you want. He's taken his pocket money and he's got an AWP out of it. Eagle armor, Mac 10. very mismatched buy, and this is the kind of stuff that happens when you're 15-4 up.
Yeah, no, that's definitely right. smooya AWPing with Deegs around him. Let's see if he can get some kills. Lucky is having a bit of a sleepy one on the CT side right now, trapped in the long toilets, but we don't have flashes. Only one, and it's on Brolin, but smooya's not exactly going to get popped into toilets here. Love to see Brolin drop that flashback. Instead, he's clearing long alone. And okay, even if Lucky gets his kill, they still know he's trapped in toilets. Brolin can't live. He gets shot through the tree, and Lucky now drops a smoke for the escape. You can run through it. It's Alex after all. He don't respect toilet smokes. One more bullet, connecting could be a kill. But they actually trade out. Blame with a little more health to work with. Lucky runs back, hoping Alex hears this and goes through. Blame is gonna walk it. Madman! And he dies to the Deeg. 4-on-4 suddenly. And Config's dropped the bomb.
That's info. You just saw it going to B. Glaive wrapping. Is it ready for smooya?
Big smooth.
Oh, hell on, there's another man in the short tunnel. And Zip, that nasty surprise, comes as a bit of a shock to smooya and leaves it all on Alex now with the AWP homed in. It is a missed shot, but there's the closer. Config, lovely round out of the guy, right? Wasn't content with getting the first, wanted to keep having impact, wanted to keep finding reasons for Astralis to believe in this one. And they're on their way to a fifth. Now, the eco to follow for fnatic. They've tried their hands at the ballsy force spike. Yeah. They're just going to ease off in this one.
And like you said, how fnatic are buying like it's 15-4. Astralis are playing like it's 15-4 in that round. Pushing smokes, running through monster. Like, they're just playing like they've got nothing to lose, because honestly, they don't. No one expects this to be competitive. And so if Astralis can at least start in this half and be a bit weird and be a bit wacky, they might catch some free rounds against fnatic. And next thing you know, it's 15-10, and we're saying Astralis, well, we've seen them do this before. So, yeah, I'm liking the style right now. Blame aggressive on the anti-eco, farming the mid-kills, 3 already. Pistol out, he wants that ace. They're coming through, and Brolin glocks him, Glaive trades, and Lucky keeps the round clean. So 6 up for Astralis, it was always going to be, with a buy like that. Can they make this game interesting after all? fnatic have a rifle round and a timeout first to make sure that this doesn't go wrong. smooya, 6-1 in opening duels in this game. It's a far better look. I know we've been saying it a lot, but I think he has been the question mark for this fnatic team at times, especially on Overpass on those T-halves. So a lot of those fears getting removed for now. And I'm actually so excited for the prospect of Ancient between these rosters. I said fnatic have been pretty diverse in the maps they've been playing so far at this event. But Astralis have not been a team to lean away from the prospect of Ancient either. Both these teams beating big on that map already in the play-in. And that game Vients yesterday, whew, that was exciting.
Lucky wants to hang around and fight this. I don't know how safe an option this is. He's been jump spotted by Brolin. I don't know if he got that info, but already making the decision to duck out of there. This keeps the AWP in play. KRIMZ tagged on the smoke, forces him to fire off a shot. Now they know about this lurk. This was something that we saw from fnatic just the other day. KRIMZ kept getting punished on these B lurks, and once he got removed, kind of forces your hand into an A play. Curious if we're going to see the same stance taken by Astralis. Instead, it's this little mid-mow down right now, and with KRIMZ still standing, there is a path open to B, but he's now left that, and is looking to rejoin the rest of his squad in the A play. 2 men in the bomb site. Brolin getting deep down long and very, very quickly as well. While it is being somewhat considered by Astralis, they're checking it on a timing. And so you really hope that the stars align. Brolin isn't ready for a second man. Isn't ready. And there it is, the turn. He will go back. He will check it. And now just 2 kills away from taking us to Ancient. Brolin's looking to put this one to rest here and now. Wrapping bank. He's in with the 3rd. And it's Zip 1 versus 3. These were different times, different circumstances. You'd be thinking maybe he can do it, but the timing goes against him. And that is a statement win from fnatic, right? That is dominant. A return to form, perhaps, from the first half of Inferno. They show that they're not going down without a fight in this series.